Four of Ontario's largest school boards are suing the parent companies of Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. The board's alleging the social media platforms are disrupting student learning. Okay, well, this is unprecedented in Canada. The boards are seeking damages in excess of $4 billion. So here's the thing, is this really addressing the problem?
We ban cell phones in the classroom, so I don't know what the kids are using, but I disagree with them. What are they spending on lawyer fees to go after these massive companies that have endless cash to fight this? So let's focus on the kids, not about this other nonsense that they're looking to fight in court. And I can't say much because it's in front of the courts right now, but that's my opinion.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford saying he doesn't see the point in the lawsuits, especially when these trillion-dollar companies will have no problem fighting this in court. The story is certainly raising some eyebrows. Media expert Mohit Rajan joins us tonight. Mohit, with your expertise and also being a parent, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, the number is astronomical, and I've never even heard of any social media companies being held accountable to a fine this big when it comes down to dealing with information about kids and some of the things that are being implied in this lawsuit. I think it's short-sighted. I think it is a definite talking point that'll probably get the world talking about how Canada's reacting, but truthfully, I do not think it's going to move the needle.
And that's part of my next question. Do you anticipate this actually getting anywhere, and what can you foresee happening next?
I think what we have to look at is a few different things. One is who's missing from this lawsuit. Have you noticed that YouTube and Google are not a part of this? And there's no Fortnite mention or gaming mention. We're reactive in this situation. Unfortunately, we're going to have to start to dissect a little bit more about what the real intentions are here. All of the three companies that are mentioned highly in the lawsuit, from Meta to Snapchat to ByteDance and TikTok, all have separate ecosystems. They don't work the same way. Meta works with corporate Canada on AI products right now. You're going to slap them with a fine and urge them to get out of the country as a result? I think it's very short-sighted in the way that this approach is being made, and we're going to have to start to look at who is driving some of these interests, because there might be some more to unpack here.
Mohit, that's an important point that you make there. You could be risking jobs in Canada by doing this. So will the feds respond? We already heard Premier Ford calling it nonsense.
Well, I think the bigger win in any of this becomes the conversations that need to happen right now, which are our teachers are not prepared in schools to actually teach against all the different technological changes that are on the horizon. There's no reactive way to actually measure the impact of what digital technology had in the past 2 decades. There is no tax on these companies to work with the citizens in our country. These are the problems that we should be fighting against, or maybe trying to make some money against. Creating a situation where it's volatile for tech companies to work in Canada is so counterintuitive for so many reasons.
And truly, is this even addressing the bigger problem here? Are phones even being taken away in classrooms anymore? Some schools, yes, others, no. Should we be looking deeper at the province boards and school response instead of placing the blame on social media companies alone?
Yeah, I think you bring up some great points here. For one, the device is no longer the problem. Right. And so we realize the world of apps is so big. You can go into a gaming app and have a bunch of apps within the gaming app. You can go now to AI apps and have a whole life there. This is where this lawsuit doesn't make sense. You're making it counterintuitive. These kids not only use social media to quote unquote entertain themselves, they use it to communicate. Think about how much good some social media was for some kids who needed to stay in touch with people and only knew how to use one form of communication. We are not in a position right now where our school boards should be focused on actually holding these companies accountable. We should instead be holding them accountable to building tools that at least assessing what the greater value is of making great tools for kids.
As always, our viewers can catch you and your insights on thinkstart.ca. It's great to speak with you again tonight, Mohit.
Take care, Nicole.